As you can see, we are surrounded by amazing images from National Geographic magazine this morning. And if you'll notice, they are all photos of women. National Geographic has compiled hundreds of images that celebrate the lives of women over the last 130 years and put them in a beautiful new book. It's called Women, the National Geographic Image Collection. And Susan Goldberg, the editor-in-chief of National Geographic, is here to talk all about it. Lovely to see you. Thank you for this. It is stunning. It is absolutely stunning. Why now?
Why now? We're having a moment of female empowerment around the globe with women demanding and getting their rights everywhere you look. And we're on about the 100th anniversary of women getting the right to vote right here in the United States. So it seemed like the perfect time to really look at how women have been depicted over the last 3 centuries.
And it's wonderful how when you look at it, Susan, the narrative arc, when you see where women are then, where we were then, where we are now. Let's start from 100 years ago, the pictures, how they were depicted.
Yeah, I mean, you start out with women depicted in such traditional roles, women with babies and, you know, taking care of children. You know, then we have a long period where women are beautiful objects, just gorgeous, you know, displays of themselves, just beautiful, like this picture from the 1930s.
And that continues in the 40s and the 50s like that we were on display, so to speak.
On display, and especially in the 40s and 50s, there's a long period with these really smiley pictures of women almost used as props, showing off objects or situations.
What is she showing off there?
I believe that's a trout.
Okay.
You know, don't you go fishing like that.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
You know, but then as we move into the 60s and especially into the 70s, we start seeing images that look a lot more like real life. There's a beautiful picture from the early 70s of Vermont, this woman sitting on this porch looking very pensive. You know, maybe she's just looking for her kids or she's just come out of the kitchen, but it's a very much more real image.
Yeah, real life images in that period, because that's when life got real.
Well, it did get real, and then it gets even more real. We start getting real emotion in images. We're seeing pictures of rage. There's a very frightening picture, really, out of Jerusalem from the early 1980s. You know, so real emotions, and we're also seeing women doing things that before only men had been seen doing, like working. We have an image out of India of these brick haulers. So this is taken in about 2000, and a beautiful image from Kenya from one of the only female gamekeepers. So, you know, we've got women doing all of these things, and what's changed is not only are women doing different things, but also who's taking the pictures.
They're now taking the pictures. You have an illustration of that because you also bring in women currently of today.
Oh, absolutely. And we have a lot more women photographers. And I think it's fair to say that women and men often view the world through different lenses, and some female photographers might see the world differently. We have a wonderful picture of women getting educated. This is from 2017 at Spelman College. You can see this gorgeous young woman with her aunt and her mom, you know, on graduation day.
You can see the pride, too.
Oh, such a happy, wonderful picture. And I also love that women are now even being pictured as warriors, as the warriors we know that women really are. But now we're seeing that. We've got this amazing picture. This is Corporal Gabrielle Green. She's in the Marines, and you can see she's training for deployment. She has pretty much slung a 200-pound man over her shoulder. She's walking up a steep ramp, and that tattoo on her thigh says, "The fire inside me burns brighter than the fire around me," which is an amazing message.
And this was a woman photographer as well who took that picture.
Absolutely. This is Lindsay Adario, who's one of our combat photographers, one of the best in the world.
And we're going to see... And the magazine itself is going to have on the cover.
Absolutely. We are so excited about the November issue of our magazine. It is the first in our 131-year history that is all written and photographed by women contributors.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, first time ever.
That's beautiful. You also, in the book, you talk to so many incredible women, all walks of life, politicians, athletes, celebrities. Was there a common threads through them all, and advice that you can give to young women that are here?
Yeah, oh, well, the first thing I noticed made me a little bit sad, because here you had, as you say, some of the most amazing women in the world, and so many of them talked about the lack of confidence that they had suffered themselves or that they see other women really working on. When I talked to Oprah Winfrey, she called it the disease to please, that so many women are afflicted with. Nancy Pelosi told me she didn't think women could reach their full potential without feeling that self-confidence. Even Jennifer Doudna, who's a breakthrough scientist, an amazing woman, talked about how she didn't think she had what it took, to really do great science. So I thought that was a little bit sobering. On the other hand, what I loved was the advice that these women were giving to younger women. It was empowering. It was go be yourself. Melinda Gates said fitting in is overrated. Nancy Pelosi said know your power. I mean, Alex Morgan said don't be discouraged on your journey. So it was all about knowing who you were, going for your ambition, and just living your own life.
Well, we can all hear that, even the young ones that are here. An absolute delight. It is an absolutely beautiful book. And the November issue of National Geographic is online and on newsstands October 29th. And the book is available now wherever books are sold. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.